Hello, knife lovers. Welcome to Knife Delights. Boy, do I have a banner day today. I am just so excited to be able to do this video. I've been wanting to do it for a long time. Fresh out of the mailbox, a brand new knife, and I can't tell you how excited I am that this is the 50th anniversary of the Buck 112. So not only do I have exciting news about the Buck 112 and its anniversary, but as you can see, fresh from the print shop, my newly redesigned logo, and I have stickers. So I would be more than happy to mail anyone a sticker. Please send me an email with your name and address to knifedelights@gmail.com. I wanted to do these stickers to mail out to my subscribers in appreciation for their help and their support, their encouragement. So anyone's eligible to receive one of these stickers. All I ask is that perhaps you subscribe and leave a comment on one of my videos. And again, send me your name and address and I'll get you a sticker out into the mail. So back to the subject here. Yes, 1972 was when the Buck 112 Ranger first came out. And studying up on some of the history when it first came out, it had black micarta handles to it. So that's something interesting. It also did not have a nail nick in the blade. So I have shown this knife before. This was my father-in-law's. And this is a 2-dot. And as you can see, there's no nail nick in it. Now, according to the dating chart, a 2-dot would have been made between 1974 and 1980. So it is one of the earlier versions. So another one of the Buck 112s that I have is a 100th anniversary knife. And it's the 100th anniversary of Buck knives. Just a beautiful knife. I just love these 112s. So the 100th anniversary knife, the 100th anniversary of Buck knives, came in this really nice collector's tin. And it's got the caution blade very sharp, and it is. It's got this little note here from Buck. Since 1902, 4 generations of the Buck family have devoted themselves to making the best possible knives. As Buck celebrates its 100th anniversary, they are proud to present this limited production collectible set. And then it's got a hat pin here. "100 years of quality Buck knives." So over here on the right, this is a special knife. Just so you know, I covered my last name up here. But this is in the blue wood. And this was a custom knife. A very good friend of mine got this for me when I retired as a peace officer. And on the blade it says, "Protected and served." And it's got my first and last name on it. So just a wonderful, beautiful knife. This has the nickel silver, and again the blue wood, and it's got the finger grooves to it. And I tell you what, you talk about fitting just right in my hand. Boy, this just feels wonderful. What a wonderful knife. So, what a great memento and a keepsake from my very good friend. So let's get right to the knife that's being honored here today, the 50th anniversary edition. Congratulations, Buck. I can't think of any other knife that's, 50 years old that still sells the way it does today. High demand for it. It's just a classic design. And of course, the history behind this, according to Buck, is there was some sailors on board a ship and they got into a fight, and I guess one of the sailors had one of their Buck 110s. And after that, either the captain of that ship or the ships around in the surrounding area made a rule that sailors couldn't have a knife with a blade more than 4 inches. So, being very innovative, why Buck came out with a 112 with a 3 7/8 inch blade, and they named it after the USS Ranger that happened to be in port there near San Diego. So that's some of the story behind how the 112 came about. Now, I have seen a video from the current CEO, CJ Buck, and he would be the great grandson of Hoyt Buck, and he talks about being a kid, and he was going to go out scuba diving, and in the kitchen in their house they had a drawer full of knives, and he reached in there and picked out a knife and took it with him, and he went scuba diving, and he happened to lose that knife. At some point, his father went to the knife drawer, and he was looking for the particular knife that C.J. Buck had taken and lost, and it turns out that that knife that C.J. had taken was the original prototype of the Buck 112. So he talks about it in a video, how mad his dad was, and yet how his mother stood up for him, and so it's quite an interesting story. Can you imagine what that knife would be worth today if CJ hadn't have lost it? So let's just take a look at this beautiful knife. There it says, 1972, 50 years. And then on the tang stamp, it has Buck USA and their famous anvil with a 50 inside. Just look at that clip point blade. Just a classic blade design. This is in the ebony, beautiful ebony, with the brass bolsters, which I prefer the brass bolsters. I really love brass. But just look at that knife. If you've never held a 112 in your hand, you need to try it. Now I know the 110 is more famous. It's a little bigger, but for me in my hands, I really like the size of the 112. And it's heavy. Yes, it's heavy. But you also know you're holding a knife when you're holding it. Boy, it just has such great purchase to it. What a wonderful knife. It's no wonder it keeps selling and is still so popular. So this knife came in a very nice presentation box. This is the outer slip that slips over the outside of it. Buck Knives 50th Anniversary 112 Ranger. So that's just the outer slip. And it's got some information here on the back. So that's the outer slip to the box. So this is the actual box. Buck Knives, Edge of a Legend. It's got a magnetized flap to it. Closes down. Established 1902, with over a century of experience, we've instilled a legacy of self-reliance by building knives that prevail through generations. This piece stands as a testament to our enduring craftsmanship and is backed for life by our famous Buck Knives Forever warranty. So that's the box. Of course, it had some shavings inside there. And then packed inside the box, you have this certificate of authenticity, 112 Ranger 50th Anniversary Edition. So, introduced in 1972, the 112 has a classic and unmistakable style that so many generations have come to know and love. Developed after the unprecedented success of the 110 Folding Hunter, The 112 features brass bolsters, a deep clip point blade, and a rich, genuine ebony wood handle. Tried and true, the 112 is a symbol of Buck's uncompromising commitment to craftsmanship, tradition, and legendary durability, commemorating 50 years. This 112 Ranger features a custom blade stamp and a handle medallion to denote the anniversary. Available only in 2022, we hope this Ranger becomes a treasured heirloom in your family. C.J. Buck, Chairman of Buck Knives, Inc. Really nice certificate of authenticity. And then another little slip here that talks about the natural markings. When we make our handles out of natural products, you will find nature's own brand marks. In most cases, these markings are not flaws, rather nature's own design. Each one will have its own personality and distinctive materials, so what you now own is a one-of-a-kind knife, complete with unique markings. And then lastly, the slip here with Buck's famous forever warranty. So once again, I am just so excited to be able to get this knife and to be able to do this video. I've been wanting to do a video on my 112s, and then I found out they were coming out with the 50th anniversary edition, so I've, put off making the video until I got this knife. And it's cold. It's literally just came out of the mailbox just 10 or 15 minutes ago. So I hope you've enjoyed this, learned something about the 112. I tell you what, if you don't have a 112 in your collection, you need to go get one. They're just fabulous, fabulous knives. So once again, I want to thank all my subscribers, all of you who have viewed the channel, left comments. The channel's really doing well. I am just so excited to be able to bring you these videos. So once again, if you'd like one of the stickers, send me your name and address to knifedelights@gmail.com. And until next time, have a very delightful time with your knife collection.